I knew there might have been something. I felt like with the last fight, obviously because it was an amateur fight, we needed to up the levels, and having it be a pro fight was the only option. In fact, I wanted it to be a pro fight in the first fight, but Logan's team wasn't too keen on that. So, yeah, I'm very glad that it's now a pro fight. So, I'd say it's definitely a lot more intense. Training has increased tenfold. Like I'm just training, if not once, twice a day, 3 times a day, and yeah, eating good. You know, everything is a lot more. The levels have risen quite tremendously, and yeah, we just keep going, and yeah, to the point where we can knock out Logan Paul. So I guess the training can be quite intense with the training that we're doing. It's definitely not something a normal person can do. A normal person will look at this and be like, yeah, I'm good. When it comes to like training in the mountains or doing long distance running or just constantly sparring or you know, such and such. And yeah, no, definitely the training is definitely tough. But you know, that's life, man. You just gotta live through it and keep going. So I don't think he's got it in him, if I'm being honest. I think he's got a lot of yes men around him who say that he's sick, but once he gets in the ring with me and realizes he's not as good as he thought he was, it's going to settle in, and it's going to scare him, and you're going to see him running a lot in the ring, and well, as soon as that happens, I know it's KO time. So. Yeah, I think it's, if not more intense, because obviously there's a lot on the line, there's a lot at stake, and you know, we're both people that don't want to lose because we know the consequence for losing. So, yeah, it can be quite. Yeah, I feel like it is definitely. The blood between us is still quite high, like bad blood, yeah. If I was being honest, I felt like I was quite reserved with both, because obviously this is a professional fight, so I'm trying to keep it professional, whereas he's trying to, I guess, make it more of a circus act, which is, you know, fine, you know, it's entertainment business. I did that in the first fight, so with this time, I felt like I need to be a lot more serious. And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing and training the way I'm training and doing everything I'm doing just to make sure, you know, I definitely get the KO this time. Yeah, no, AJ is a cool friend of mine. Yeah, we just did a few funny things with William Hill, and yeah, he just showed me a few things. And obviously he's training hard for his rematch against Andy Ruiz. So I feel like it's definitely like huge. It's going to be more big than the first fight. I feel like, obviously, because it's a pro fight, a lot of people are going to tune in expecting a KO. That's, I feel, what a lot of people are looking for. I mean, they want to see two people, you know, big YouTubers going at it and see what happens. And, you know, there's always a fascination in that type of aspect. And I feel because we have large audiences and because we have a lot of people, I guess, rooting for us and against us, it kind of makes for a huge event. And yeah, there's definitely going to be fireworks for sure. So, did you watch the first fight? Like that, people were bleeding. Like he was bleeding. Like he was busted up and bruised. Like he got injured. Like it's not like we were play fighting and I was like, okay, I'm gonna punch you there and then you're gonna slip here and then do this. No, it was for real. And you're gonna see with this fight, like it's a very real sport, and it's, if not one of the toughest sports in the world. It's a lonely sport. You know, you're in the ring by yourself, and you have to work out your opponent and eventually beat him. And you know, it's heavy mentally and physically, and yeah, it's definitely something like I feel people have to just watch to understand. So I was actually quite like, I guess not even a casual fan. I didn't really get it. I just saw people punch each other and I was just like, oh, okay. And surely the person who's the fastest or the most powerful wins. That's why I was like, oh, Tyson because he's just super strong, and Mayweather because he's just super fast and, you know, agile. But once I started really getting into boxing and learning boxing, I started to realize that there's much more to it than just who's the fastest puncher. You know, obviously learning what punch to use at a certain time, when to use it, etc. And there's so many layers and levels when it comes to boxing. So yeah, I feel like now I've fully like understand it, and if anything, I love it because of it. If anything, I kind of enjoy when, you know, I'm in enemy grounds, or I have people like hoping I fail, because if anything, it kind of pushes me more and more to do more and be the best I can. So I guess it's kind of seeing my options, kind of see, you know, where I could go from there. Also, I could go fight a professional fighter, or I could go fight another YouTuber, etc. There's so many options, so I'm just kind of weigh them up and see what works and makes sense.